Bangladesh against South Africa is the first of the triple header games that we've got in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, where every team from Group 2 is in action. Bangladesh have managed to get 2 points after beating the Netherlands. South Africa felt like they were robbed of a point when Rain played spoilsport against Zimbabwe. Looking ahead to that game, on Maruti Suzuki presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 Timeout. Anil Kumble in studio with me. You'll hear from Niall O'Brien in just a moment as well. Let's start with South Africa, Anil. They'd be very happy to move from Hobart to Sydney, where I think there's better weather, or they'd hope for better weather. Yeah. But Sydney, we're seeing spin play a bigger part than other places. South Africa chose to go with just Keshav Maharaj. Is there a case perhaps to bring in Shamsi for this one?
Yeah, there is a case for someone like Shamsi to come in, but I don't think that South Africa will look to change. They have the option of an Aiden Markram if they need to bowl off spin, and there are a lot of left-handers from Bangladesh, so I don't see a change. I still think the fast bowlers will be the guys who will have to do the job for South Africa, and I don't see much change. They will certainly be happy to come to Sydney and then get those 2 points, because they desperately need those 2 points.
You see Sydney is one of the likelier grounds where 8 overs of spin could be bowled. We saw Sodhi and Santner in that opening game against Australia.
Yes, I think so. I think, and also, the way the spinners bowled, I thought Santner was brilliant in terms of using his pace. I think Shakib will do that against South Africa. So, and Maharaj too. So yes, spinners have the opportunity to bowl those 8 overs, which we didn't see yesterday at Perth, or for that matter.
We're hardly seeing it here.
Yeah, we're not seeing that in the tournament, where the spinners have come into the game, other than just Sydney.
All right, now how much of this is about the opposition, Niall? South Africa showed us perhaps what their best team of the tournament is when they played against Zimbabwe. Are we expecting a change for a team like Bangladesh, who tend to play spin better, you think, or are we likely to see the four seamers and Keshav Maharaj along with Markram as the all-rounder bowling attack to continue?
Well, I don't know how Tabraiz Shamsi doesn't play. He is one of the best, not just spinners, but one of the best bowlers in the world in T20 cricket. So it beggars belief, really, for me, how he's not getting in that starting 11, regardless of the opposition. I'm very much an advocate of play your best players, and Tabraiz Shamsi has been at the top of the T20 bowling rankings, if not at the top, right at the top kind of 2, 3, 4 for about 2 years. So how all of a sudden he's not playing in that team, I'm struggling to understand that. Even if you're going with one spinner, I'd be playing Shamsi ahead of Maharaj. I know Maharaj gives you orthodox a bit of control, but Shamsi on his day can get 3 or 4 wickets. So that does surprise me. It really does. But for Bangladesh, their biggest Achilles heel is going to be facing pace bowling. And with South Africa, with the likes of Norkia, Rabada, Lungi and Gidi bowling well, has had a good run on the side recently, especially at the back end of innings. Bangladesh are going to be tested up top, short, aggressive short bowling, and that's going to be the big thing for them. I suppose for Bangladesh, they've got to win on the board, so their confidence is high. They played well, actually, the other day, Bangladesh, in large parts, especially with ball. They batted well in the power play. They lost away a little bit at the back end with bat in hand. But Sydney's not a bad ground for Bangladesh, because it hasn't got the pace maybe as some of the other grounds. Saying that, it looked a pretty good surface, the Australia-New Zealand game, very good pitch. So I'm sure it's going to be a high-scoring game.
All right, interesting from Niall that. Yes, Shamsi does have the most wickets for a spinner in T20I since 2021. He's at number 3 at least on that list. So certainly among left-arm spinners, he's right up there. And between Maharaj and Shamsi, he does have the better returns in T20 as Anil since 2020. Would you go with Niall that if they play one spinner, it should be Shamsi and not Maharaj?
Yes, that's certainly the way that you would want to go. But since they've chosen Maharaj in the first game, I don't see too many changes happening. That was my only, sort of argument towards staying with Maharaj.